Hello. Ah! Are we on? Are we there? Chelsea, get over here. Bubba's. Hi. Who's here? Oh my God. Who's here? I don't know who's here. It doesn't say. The chat's taken forever. So we'll just load up. Hello, hello. Not sure who's here. Who's coming today? Oh my goodness. Hello. Nobody's here. Is somebody else here besides me? Somebody else here? Chelsea, come here, boobas. Come here, girl. Let's show them your pretty face. Hi, Shawnee. Nice to see you. Hey, Elisa. All right. We do have people in the hizzy. Hi. Ugh. Chelsea, say hello to everybody. The puppy's here. The puppy's here. How is everyone? How's everyone holding up? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Who all is joining me today? I see Shawnee and Eliza. Hey, Sunflower. There we go. We're loading up. And Eureka. Hey, I am well. Thank you. It's hot. It's a little bit warm. And, yeah, Shawnee, good to see you. Hey, sweet puppers. Yes, this is Chelsea. Hey, Katie. Nice to see you. This is Chelsea. Right? Chelsea and I are, well, it's not so much I, but I am taking the, hey, Roxanne, nice to see you. Chelsea is, when I got her from the pound, when I had rescued her on May 26th, which is her gotcha day, she had Giardia. Hey, Elisa. For private, like very, personal questions, I'm answering those with super chats. So feel free to super chat and I can look further deeper into it. I'll gear my energy towards you. Otherwise, I'm just taking like general questions from folks. So Chelsea had Giardia. And so I put her on medication and my other dog on medication too, just in case. And today we're going for a test. Chelsea, she's acting like she's so vicious because there's another dog outside. Hi, Bonzo. My God, I don't know if you guys can hear this. She's this tiny little dog that Elise is protecting the place, right? Which is great. Anyways, I'm getting her tested today to make sure she is cleared of Giardia so that I can start socializing her with other dogs because I want to start doing that already. So how is everybody? How has everybody been managing? How has everybody been managing the energy? I've been keeping track. Last week, the Schumann was in the 800s. Not 800s, excuse me, in like the 80s. Hey, C Farmer, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. And now, like right now, we are at 16, which is like nothing. So it's relatively on the easy side. Sunflower is saying it's been intense. It has been intense. I'm curious if any of you guys are having the same experience that I'm having, because I'm curious. Well, I'm in transformation, just like I'm sure many of you are in transformation. I think there's a delay in the chat, FYI. So if I'm not responding to you right away, it's because it's not coming. And just as a reminder, if you guys have personal questions that you want me to answer, feel free to super chat me and I'll go ahead and do a psychic investigation specifically, and I'll hone in on your energy. Okay. So there you go. Hey, Addie, nice to see you. Hey, Roxanne, go ahead, super chat me and I can look further deeper into that for you. So one of the things I've been noticing when I'm in transformation, or this round of transformation, because transformation is like all the time, is in my healing process. I have been, hey, Katie, I see you. Let me go ahead and answer your Ishika. Hi, Ishika. Do I forgive my toxic friend? Oh, Katie. Katie, here's what I want to say. There needs to be a recalibration that goes on with you guys. See, and here's what I wasn't actually going to go in this direction, but I'm going to share this with you guys. Right now, relationships are wonky. So Katie, listen up, because this is, for your question, right? Relationships of all sorts, familial, platonic, and hey, Roxanne, I see you. Just give me 1 second. Platonic, romantic, and familial relationships are kind of like up for grabs. Everybody is going through such individual changes within themselves that it's very difficult to deal with somebody else right now. So, Katie, your toxic friend right now is showing up as toxic for you to clean out. So, in other words, the person that you used to be when you became friends with her and maintained this relationship with her, even on a friendship level, is no longer serving you any good, right? Hence the toxicity. So, this is coming up for you to clear out. So, in this now moment, it we should always be forgiving people. Okay, most of the time, hey baby, come here. Most of the time we're forgiving ourselves actually for dealing with them or having the experience, right? But so when you're saying, do I forgive my toxic friend, there's something called inner forgiveness and outer forgiveness. I would suggest from an inner forgiveness stance, yes, you forgive her. From an outer forgiveness stance, what outer forgiveness is that, see, people think when they forgive somebody, it's as if they're saying to that person, it's okay what you did. Well, it's not okay what they did. So inner forgiveness is for you to like have peace and be calm and sleep at night. So you can forgive them for not knowing um, that they should be coming from more loving kindness, and just more of a two-way street. But outer forgiveness is still setting boundaries and saying what they're not doing is okay, or what they are doing is not okay. So Katie, what I would do if I were you, and again, you have to make your own choice and decisions, right? I don't tell people what to do because I would be extremely arrogant. I'm just a mere human being. I'm a mere mortal. I don't live your life. And you ultimately have to make all your own choices and decisions. But I do feel like you need to continue setting boundaries with your friend. Don't make them flimsy and keep them up. You can forgive your toxic friend if it's an authentic forgiveness so you can sleep at night. So whatever her toxicity is, you can forgive her for being toxic. I see you, Addie. I'll be with you in just a moment. Right. So you can forgive your toxic friend, but you also still, from an outer perspective, set boundaries, and you make sure you know and you stick to the fact that what they did was not okay. Okay. I hope that helps. Okay, Roxanne, Addie, I see you. I'm just taking super chat questions as they come in. So Roxanne, I believe you asked the question. Let me scroll back. How do you think my dog, Mika, will react to the dog I'm adopting this Friday? Mika's a very sweet dog. She feels like a girl. Is it a girl? I don't know. She feels like a sweet dog. I hope you've been prepping her. Like before I got Chelsea with Bonzo, I kept saying, you're getting a sister, you're getting a sister. So, energetically, I was like preparing him for someone else. Right. I feel like when um, tell them in advance kind of like what they're getting into, they're a lot more accepting. Now, Mika feels like at the beginning, it might be a little contentious, but I think she'll settle in just fine. Make sure you're giving Mika a lot of attention while with the new puppy. Like, so for example, with me, what I do with Chelsea is Chelsea will be right there and I'm petting Bonzo. So Bonzo is fully aware that Chelsea is there. and he's getting attention from me because the jealousy factor is going to be there. So I think she's going to be okay ultimately. I would be surprised if you have to like give the puppy away or rehome the puppy. It feels like it's going to be a little bit, back and forth for a bit, but all in all, I think it's going to be okay. Okay. So I think you're going to be okay. I think Mika's going to be okay. There will be an acceptance. So I would, they're saying feed them separately. So feed them separately. Okay. I hope that helps, Roxanne. Addie. Hey, wondering how my trip this month will be with all the airport craziness and still waiting for my passport. I guess I need reassurance. Katie says, thank you so much, Terrie. You're welcome, Katie. You'll be okay, Katie. Take care of yourself first. I gotta tell you, I'm not a huge fan of people traveling if they have a destination that they need to get to within a certain amount of time. So if your trip is like literally vacation, where if you arrive late, even if it's a day or two and you don't care, cool. Delays, almost Mercury retrograde-ish without actually being in Mercury retrograde. People are losing their shit all over the place, Addie. So you need reassurance. I feel like there's going to be delays. You're still waiting for your passport. It's going to be like an 11th hour kind of thing, sweetie. If it actually does go through. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. It's just that there's so much instability right now. Hey, Sunflower, I see you. Just 1 second. That whatever I say to you right now could change in 10 minutes. Like energy is so fluid. So what I would do if I were you is I would stop being a victim of this situation, because even in your question, you're kind of being a victim. You're being victimized by uncertainty of travel, right? So what I would start doing is I would start with all of my heart, with every fiber of my being, trusting in God, your spirit guides, whoever. They're going to take really good care of you, and that no matter what happens, it's going to be a fabulous trip. And so that way you're able to, sort of move with and groove with whatever happens. One of my best friends just traveled to Israel, and it was the biggest shit show on earth. And it was really hard. She said travel was very hard. So I want to be wrong, but I feel like delay. So just try and do the best that you can to have faith and trust that so look at the entire trip, not just like the to and from and the logistics. Look at the entire trip and be like, it's all going to go okay. And trust in the fact that everything always works out for you, right? Because it always does. Everything is rigged in your favor, even if in this now moment, you're not really seeing it, right? I hope that helps, Addie. Sunflower, here we go. Am I being overly anxious about my trip this weekend? I'm really nervous. It's my first trip and my energy isn't. You're welcome, Roxanne. And my energy isn't back 100%. See, you're already having an expectation. You guys. This is actually, I was getting into this segue earlier when I was talking. We're all so like everything is so out of sorts right now. There's so much uncertainty. What are you doing? There is so much uncertainty. Do not There's so much uncertainty right now that people are really, really losing their shit because they have no control, right? And you're already making, Sunflower, you're already making an assumption because you're nervous, even though you may not be able to identify what that assumption is. The assumption is that it's not going to go okay because my energy isn't back 100%, right? Anytime we have any self-doubt, we cannot create. You're a creator, right? So the thing is, yeah, you're being overly anxious about your trip this weekend because you're already making an assumption or creating an expectation of how it should go, how it's going to be, all the things. Just because your energy isn't back 100%. Well, guess what? If your energy isn't back 100%, that doesn't mean you'll still have a shitty time. Does that make sense? So don't have an expectation. Yes, you're being overly anxious about it. Go back, do my meditations, relax, calm down. Um and put faith and trust. A lot of us are not trusting our higher powers. We're not trusting our higher selves, and we need to, which is telling me that a lot of you guys are not doing your work. Wah, wah. I'm calling you guys out on all of your shit. Where's the meditation, you guys? Meditation isn't just about clearing your mind. Meditation is about connecting to your higher self so you can answer your own questions and you don't need someone like me. So you can self soothe so you don't need someone like me, right? Someone was like, I try to do my work. It's not just you. Look, I'm in a place right now. Ishika says I'm Indian, so I would only be able to send super chat in my currency. That's fine. YouTube does its own thing. It's not like there's a certain minimum amount. It's just that there needs to be an energy exchange because I'm like really honing into your energy where right now it's like general and then I go in. So there's got to be an exchange for me giving energy exchange. I don't care how much. It doesn't even matter. So we're all trying so hard to control so we feel some sort of stability and safety and security. And the fears that are being talked about in the media or what you're talking about with your friends, we've no evidence that they're true. Remember, fears are not facts. Thoughts are not facts. Right. So even a thought, for example, sunflower, or a thought, Addie, about your travel, like you have no idea if it's a fact or not, but you're putting your attention and your awareness on it. So you're leaking your energy. So you'll have more of a chance to actually create. What do you have in your mouth, kiddo? Everything in the mouth with puppies, right? You have more of a chance to create a crappy situation when you're placing your attention and your awareness on the negative side or even acknowledging any lack or scarcity, right? Remember, we live in duality and polarity. Hi, Myra. Every time you see, yes, Ishika, as long as they're alive, I don't do mediumship readings on in streamings or lives, okay? We I lost my train of thought. That's okay. But the point is like we live in duality and polarity, which is opposites, right? So whenever there is something, there isn't something. So if we're going to place our attention and focus on the isn't something, remember, wherever we place our attention, that's where our energy is going. So we have to be really, really, don't chew on she's chewing on his harness. We have to be really, really mindful about where we're putting our energy. What are we focusing on? Hey, Roxanne, I see you. As soon as I see a question, I'll be happy to answer it for you. You see, so we have to understand, that what we're paying attention to is really important because it's going to cause us to feel a certain way. And that's the vibrational frequency we have. My friend Roxanne asks, my friend Jessica started dating recently, and I was just wondering if this man is her person. You're a little bit of a nudnik, huh, Roxanne, aren't you? Ooh, you'll be there with popcorn. Jessica, what is the guy's first name? I don't think it's her person, but what's the guy's first name? Yeah, so, and that's not to make you guys feel shitty. His name is Jean. I think they're just really enjoying each other's company, and there's this like real sense of excitement and adventure. Like she's never been with someone like him. So I don't, I'd have to know more and look into both of them more. You're asking on behalf of your friend. So I'd have to, in order to get more information, I'd either have to be talking to your friend or the gentleman who's asking about the girl. I'd have to do a whole relationship assessment reading, which I do. But in a stream like this, I don't have the time to do something like that. So as of right now, I don't think it's her person. I think they're just really excited. And just really enjoying each other. Which is actually nice and refreshing because there's so many relationship bullshit going on right now. And so if you're in a relationship right now or in a place where you feel like, if you like just broke up with somebody or you're considering breaking up with somebody, that is the energy. That is so the energy these days. But I want to go back to control. And controlling your experience, especially your healing journey, because that's what I'm finding that I do. And I have to really catch myself. And I have, and I do. It's when we have an expectation. Again, remember, I'm talking about expectation. I was mentioning that earlier, right? When we have an expectation of how an experience or circumstance or journey is supposed to go. Roxanne says, thank you. That's what I figured. LOL. Then trust yourself, girlfriend. Trust yourself. So, several of my clients, and myself included, are going through or moving through energy frequencies of heartbreak, heartache, separations in relationship. And I'll have days where I have, hey, Shika, I see you. Let me see if I can go back. See if I can go back to your question. Could it be loved based? Oh, you haven't. Can you did you write in a question, Ishika? I don't see a message, or I don't see a question from you. Oh, you didn't drop the question. That's why. Wah, wah. Go ahead and drop the question and I'll go ahead. Unless you're just giving me a donation, which I do appreciate. Thank you. But I'm happy to answer your question. So for example, like I'll go for good chunks of time without thinking of somebody. Stand by on that one. Sunflower has a question. Would healing my nervous system help heal the fatigue? Some people have said nervous system can be the core of fatigue. Yeah, of course. Hi, Pavel. It's so nice to see you. Oh, from Poland. Very nice. Okay, Roxanne. Hold on one second. I'll see you in a second. Yes, Sunflower, healing your nervous system would help heal the fatigue because we are expressing, or we're emitting, or we're giving out, spewing, I don't know what you want to call it, hormones of stress when our nervous system is activated and it's not calm. So we're giving out things like adrenaline, the adrenals are working super hard. So if you're constantly in a state of anxiety, or you have a lot of anxiety, or you're in survival, or you're trying to gain control over every little thing, your body is working overtime. And so all those chemicals in your body are being spewed out. And yes, it can cause fatigue without a doubt. Even just thinking too much can exhaust you. You're using a lot of brain activity, a lot of energy. So remember, healing your nervous system. I mean, I when I work with people, when I coach with them one-on-one, we're doing it over a period of time. I'm teaching techniques to calm the nervous system. I'm teaching you to connect to your body because the body holds so much energy. So I'm teaching you how to balance the energy within your body, your brain, your soul, all of the things. It's all about energy management. So yes, yes, yes. Sunflower, your fatigue will probably increase. However, I got to tell you, it does feel like the fatigue is still remnant from the surgery. Like you had really big surgery. So I feel like you're not giving yourself enough time to really heal and recuperate and all of that. So that's part of, your nervous system flaring up. Okay. Ishika went ahead and she super chatted me, and I have her question now. So here we go. I like this guy named Sanat. I think he knows I like him, but it's been a little confusing. Could you see what would pan out between us in the near future? I feel like you think he's aware, and he's not fully convinced that he's aware. So you need to up your flirtatiousness, and then he'll be more aware. Um, so that he can make a move. He's not going to make a move until he feels. Men, bless their hearts, like to feel confident. They don't like to feel insecure. They don't like to take the risk of rejection. And you're kind of giving him the confusion is you giving him mixed messages. It's almost like you're not sure. So I'm sorry to say this, Ashika, but you're the one that asked the question, right? If it was him, I'd be telling him something different, right? So you need to actually make it very clear to him. I call it dropping the handkerchief. Make it very clear to him that you're interested. So be more flirtatious with him so he feels more confident to ask you out. So in the near future, if you don't become more flirty, there's just going to be this back and forth dance. Okay. You're scared. I understand. You're also afraid of rejection, but nothing goes anywhere unless somebody takes a risk. Right. So there you go. Roxanne says Alyssa Sharp, who's an astrologer, predicted that this year people will either be getting divorced or getting pregnant. Yeah. Well, for some people, it's better to do either one. You're welcome, Ishika. Yeah. So I go back and forth in between the super chat readings. I go back, but even trying to control your healing situation, you're welcome, Sunflower. Even trying to control your heat. Ishika says you literally appeared on Colleen Ballinger's and Adeline Morin's channel. Crazy. Yep. I have read for both. The key to our salvation sounds so, I don't know, tyrannical in a way. The key to having more peace, let's say more peace, which could at higher frequencies and higher levels turn into joy and a love of life, is to actually lean into and surrender into the discomfort of wherever we are in any now moment, which means accepting where we are right now, even if it sucks, even if it hurts. And not, hi, Cherry Heart, I see you, just 1 second. And not expecting it to go in a certain situation, because I found myself judging myself for missing him. Really? Of course, that's part of the process. But here I am saying it's not okay to miss him. Why? Because I'm trying to control how my healing is supposed to look like. No, it is okay to miss him. It is okay. And what's even better is if I don't judge myself, right? So how many of you, just go ahead and type into the comment section, how many of you find that you also judge your healing process or where you are? Okay. Cherry Heart asks, thank you for the super chat. What is my romantic soulmate like, and when will I meet him? I'm wondering if I'll meet him in the music industry. Well, here's the thing, Cherry Heart. What they're saying is you're not ready yet. So I kind of can't answer the question. There's still some more work and experience for you to gain in terms of getting clear, they said, with what you need and what you want in relationship. Forget the person, look at relationship. I do this a lot where I tell people to reverse engineer the process. You're looking at a person instead of the relationship. Your romantic soulmate also isn't necessarily the person who you will marry. People think that they marry their soulmates. No, a soulmate is a mirror. They're a teacher. They teach you lessons you learn about yourself. So you will meet him when you will. We have more than one soulmate. Sorry, guys. Sorry, y'all. Each each very influential relationship we have is a soulmate. They're holding up a mirror. That relationship is reflecting who we are, and it is showing us where we need to heal and what we need to heal in ourselves. You're also limiting yourself by saying that you're going to meet him in the music industry. I just think that you are not giving yourself an opportunity to really branch out. So this is an example of you trying to control your love life. You're not ready yet. So it's not going to be in the near future. My definition of the near future is within 2 to 3 years. I could be wrong. This is the energy as of this now moment. All right, Cherry Heart. Sorry, I don't always give the best news, but I'm always honest, okay? But that's the information I'm getting is you're not quite ready to meet them yet. And you've met some already and you'll meet more. Okay. So you're also limiting yourself by saying, I wonder if I'll meet him in the music industry. You might not. Okay. So it's really hard to give you more information right now because first of all, energy is so fluid and you are like still developing and evolving. Okay. Amber says, I 100% try to control my healing and put unnecessary expectations on how much time it's taking. Yes, there's another example, Amber. Yes, I should be done with this by now. It's been a month. I should be over him. Right? Yes, that is us trying to control our healing instead of just saying, okay, right now, I feel sad and I feel lonely. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with me because I have these feelings, right? My soul is using my emotional body to have this experience because it needs to experience this to evolve. Does that make sense? Eureka, I completely get that. I've met so many soulmates and soul family members. Exactly. Hi, Sunisha. When will I get a promotion? Well, go ahead and super chat me and I'll look further into that. We do energy exchanges here for personal questions, okay? So judgment of yourself or on yourself. For example, Cherry Heart, right? Why is he not here yet? I've been doing all this work, blah, 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 blah. There's all this judgment that's going on. When we release judgment, that's when we can just be. The key to all of this is acceptance. It's not easy. Okay, so I don't want to sugarcoat this. I don't want to bullshit you. It is not easy, but it is like putting your hand on your heart, doing your breathing, connecting to your body and saying, I'm safe and this is where I am right now. And it's okay. Sunflower says, you said my fatigue would increase. Do you mean decrease? Ha ha ha. Yeah, decrease. I didn't mean increase. You got to get control over your nervous system, which means your anxiety. That's like what I'm always saying. Balance your anxiety. Eureka, the universe is always preparing for what we need at the time that we need it. Trusting is amazing. You know, the problem is, I agree with you, but the problem is that we as human beings look around with our physical eyes and we think that what we see is actually real. Now it is real, but there's also an energy world, right? So what we're looking at and what we're seeing is a material world made up of mass and matter. So we think that that's reality, and it is a reality, right? But what we cannot see is the energy world. So we don't know what's percolating for us. We don't know the non physical side of what's happening, right? So it's very difficult to have trust and faith in something that we can't necessarily see, touch, taste, smell, hear. Those are the physical senses. So that's what makes up the physical world, which is why we believe it, because our brains are sensors for energy that the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the skin can receive the light waves from, because the brain is processing it. But just because we can't see something doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? Look at Wi-Fi signals that you guys are watching this stream on, right? There's an energy wave that you cannot see, but it's there and it's working, and the brain is not picking up those frequencies with any of our senses. So we think it's not there, but it's there. Does that make sense, you guys? Sunflower fields. I've been trying meditation and releasing suppressed emotions. I'm trying to do the work. Just had a rough year. Yeah, same here. I've had a rough 3 years. I hear you. I hear you. And again, Sunflower, there's nothing wrong with that. You're judging yourself. There's judgment. I'm wrong. I see you, Amber. I'm wrong. I need help. This is bad because I had a rough year. It's bad because my body is still hurting from surgery. I should be further along in my healing right now. I shouldn't feel fatigued. Right? Does that make sense? But there's all this judgment that's going on instead of, look, right now, I'm still recovering however long it takes for my body to recover. As soon as we lean into it, time passes a lot quicker. So we actually get to where we need to be a lot faster when we don't judge. Yeah? Amber's got a question. In line with my healing, what should I be doing to help myself reach my goals? I don't know if I still need more time or if I'm pushing myself to meet a timeline. Very good question, Amber. So here's the thing, you guys. There's our energy, which we are responsible for. There's also karma, and there's also soul contracts, which we cannot control. So there's free will and divine will, right? Sunflower says she's going to work extra hard at switching her mentality. It's a process, and you do it over and over and over again. Listen, I'm doing the same thing. I have to tell myself, stop judging myself, right? So, Amber, I'm going to piggyback on that. Don't judge yourself for wherever you are in your timeline right now, right? Because there is karma that goes with the soul, not the body, in every lifetime. And there are soul contracts that you adhere to before you take on human form. So that's the divine will. So what I would do if I were you is I would continue taking responsibility for my energy, being really aware, and also understanding that a lot of manifestation and a lot of the things we want comes from feminine energy. And and most of us here have anxiety, when we are anxious, we're in the overdrive of masculine energy. So, Amber, I would say get in touch with your feminine energy and try to the best of your ability to get more into your feminine energy than overdrive of masculine energy. Hey, Roxanne, I see you. Overdrive of other energy, by understanding and knowing the alignment of your energy. And I work one-on-one with people over longer periods of time other than just a one session. So if you want to work further on that, you can go into my look at my Shift Happens program. I go ahead and I do that. But the other thing is, like, you're dealing, Amber, you're dealing with divine will. It's not just free will. Free will is you, your choices, all that. Divine will, you start building up your relationship with the divine and start praying and start asking for help. Okay. The quickest way to clear karma from past lives and from this life is through tithing and service. So maybe start giving a donation, financial donation, and being of service, helping people. Okay. I hope that helps, Amber. Okay, Roxanne, do you feel like my person is a Leo sun or has a strong Leo personal planets? I'm hoping for this person, but I don't want to disappoint myself if he's not. Oh, Roxanne. That's such a controlling question. You're not giving yourself any leeway for love when you just say, is he a Leo? Or is she a Leo? I don't know who you date. I shouldn't make assumptions. Oh my goodness. If those are if the qualities of a Leo are what you're looking for, then do that. Don't say a Leo. It is so limiting. That question is limiting. And I can't answer the question because it's so limiting because there's divine will. The universe is something bigger and better than what you're putting out. And you're putting out, oh my God, they got to be a Leo. Just in that question. Where's the acceptance of, there's my, I don't want to be disappointed in my person. Do I have a person, right? Instead of, is this person a Leo? Does he have strong Leo placements? It's the qualities of Leo that you're looking for, right? So, Roxanne, I'm going to answer your question with this. And it's like, with another question, why are you limiting yourself? Why are you trying to control who your person is? We're talking about control, right? Myra, what are some books you recommend or audiobooks or whatever surrounding themes of spiritual growth, metaphysical, etc.? Any recommendations? Such a great question. People resonate differently with different information, right? So I'm studying Arhatic yoga. I tend to gravitate to, and it's all energy based. So first of all, I tend to go more towards energy based. So I think you just, you have to, spiritual growth, it's a little bit vague. It's more like just trying out and checking out different teachers and seeing which one you resonate with, right? Because you might want to look at Dr. Joe Dispenza. You might want to look at Adyashanti. You might want to look at Matt Kahn. Hey, Brandy, I see you in just a second. You might want to look at Master Co. I mean, that's what I would do is I would just start, Googling spiritual teachers and just trying to find them on YouTube and just see if there's resonation. And that's what you're looking for is resonation because what resonates is truth. So when you resonate with someone or something, you know that that's the truth. Okay. And everything is based on your truth because there are millions and gazillions and bazillions of truths. That is the quantum field. So that is the best advice I can give you. Find somebody that you resonate with and then just start watching their materials and getting their books and stuff like that. That would be my suggestion. Amber, that helps a lot. Thank you so much. I stopped going to church a long time ago because religion isn't for me, but I need to connect with my spiritual side. Yeah, religion is just like the practical structure of spirituality. That's it. All right, Brandy, can you help with where to locate my daughter's dog Prince is at? All right. I don't usually do animal communication. So I don't know that I can do this. What I would do if I were you, I would contact an animal communicator. Sometimes I can get in touch with animals. Most of the time I can't. They just happen to pop in a reading. So I cannot answer your question and I don't want to give you information because I know if any of my dogs went missing, I would be a fucking hot mess. I would be such a wreck. So I understand the importance Fur babies. I don't even, yeah, this is not, it's not where I don't do this kind of work. So unfortunately, Randy, I can't help you out. And I just want to be transparent and honest with you. I do know two great animal communicators. One is April Nicole, and the other one is Kate Kofelt. So Google them, and hopefully they'll be able to help you out. Okay. You're welcome, Brandy. I'm sorry. It's just not something that I do and that I can't personally help you, but I don't want to lead you astray. Sunflower asks, am I going to be a good parent if I have kids? Absolutely. You know why, Sunflower? Because you care. You care. That's why you're going to be a good parent, because you care. You'd be surprised how many parents just don't care. You care about probably too many things, which is okay. I mean, so do I. It's just going to make you, yes, a good parent. It'll make you a parent who is connected, which is super important when you have children, for them to feel connected, because then they feel witnessed, they feel heard, they feel seen. And no, you don't have to worry about, they're saying, what's the word? Passing on trauma. Like, you would be breaking family ancestral DNA. I hope that helps, Sunflower. All right, I'm going to scroll back and see if I missed any of y'all's questions or comments, because I've been answering all of these super chats. Yes, Eureka, the universe is always preparing us for what we need. We just may not like it. Ugh, I don't like where I'm at in my life right now. I do not like this season at all. I do not. And so one of the things that I'm doing, and this might help you guys, is sometimes, like, when I'm feeling this way, which is really like not happy, I'm not necessarily enjoying life. Do I have moments of enjoyment? Yes, but not really long stretches right now. Um, and I'm being honest. I mean, like, I'm no more special or better or anything more than you guys, and everybody's going through crap right now. What I'm doing right now is I'm making my goals that I'm working towards more general versus specific. So, like, yes, I have financial goals. Yes, I have relationship goals. um yes, I have physical health goals, but my biggest goal right now is more general, which is to find joy and to have a love of life again. Sometimes it's better for you to go bigger and more general, right? And that's where I'm going right now. So I'm not going to worry about seeing, specific numbers in my bank account, because here's the thing, you guys. Sunflower says, I love that. The trauma stuff is what I was worried about. Thanks. You're welcome. Um, when we have the car, when we have the house, when we have the husband, when we have the successful business, it we're going to feel a certain way. So we think that whatever that physical material thing is going to make us feel a way. Myra says that resonates. Cool. I think there's a delay. Sorry, guys. So really what we're looking for is how we feel. And we just think we'll feel a certain way when we get there or when we have the thing, right? But what we forget, remember, we live in a material world and we also live in an energetic world. We also forget that things are on the way to us and our thoughts become things. right? So if things are on their way to us, we're going to think that they're not there or they don't exist because we can't use our senses to pick up that information, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So therefore, our goal should really be to get to a place where we feel as if we have that car now, that boyfriend now, that house now, that successful business now, right? So the question becomes, how do you get to that feeling of, let's say, so for me, financial prosperity means freedom. Yeah, Myra says the universe doesn't give tracking numbers, unfortunately. I know. I know. Hey, Amber, just 1 second. Yes, I do. Just 1 second, Amber. Right? So how do we get to feeling what we would feel as if we had that, right? So that's why for me right now, what I am like working on is the feeling of joy and the love of life, because I know once I get to that place, all of my things are going to start coming to me, because then I'm going to be able to feel gratitude. Then I'm going to be able to feel freedom and security and joy and all these things, right? So I don't know what she's doing back here. What you doing back here? Oh, she's eating the blanket. Yeah. So really what we should be striving for is how we would feel if we had what we wanted in the material world now. All right, Amber says, do you have any general tips on connecting with feminine energy? I definitely think I'm in my masculine energy and my husband is in feminine. I don't feel safe in feminine energy for some reason. This all makes sense. I do a lot of this work one-on-one. So first of all, it's super important to understand that the modern woman tends to be more masculine because there have been evolutionary isms in how women are viewed, looked at, whatever. Okay. And so women are expected to be everything, do everything, superwoman, be the mom, be the wife, and be the employee, right? Well, in order to do all of that, if your core energy is feminine, and you need to know what your core energy is, your core energy system, if your core energy system is feminine, going to work, right, means you have to do things that are not feminine. So what are feminine things? Feminine things are evoke the feelings or emotions of creativity, flow, like hippity dippityness, no rules, being, just kind of la-di-da, hippie-ish art, very emotional, nurturing. And masculine energy is protective, strategizing. Come here, baby girl. Strategizing, providing, doing versus being. Being an action oriented, initiatory. That's masculine energy. And those are energies you need to be matching when you're at work. You can't just sit there at work going, oh, well, I'll make this sale, which is feminine energy. You got to be like, I got to make the cold calls. I got to keep logs of who I've tracked. And, that's masculine energy. So when you're not in alignment and you're not working from your core energy and you're doing the opposite, you are really not in alignment. You're going to struggle more. You're not going to get, your blessings are going to be blocked. You're going to be confused. You're not going to know what's going on. You're going to have especially relationship issues, because there are times when it's appropriate to be in your masculine energy. Hey, Sonam, so nice to see you. And times when it's appropriate for you to be in your feminine energy. In relationship, if your core is feminine, you need to be with a core masculine energy. But if you're with an energy with someone who like their core is feminine and your core is feminine, that's going to be a really boring flatline relationship. Nobody's going to do anything. You need the polarity of the masculine and the feminine energy. Perfect example is a water bottle. You have the bottle which contains the water, which sloshes around and mooshes around and has like absolutely no restraints to it until it's in that bottle, right? Chelsea, get over here, you little bubbas. She's right behind me, right? So if there's a role reversal, which is what's happening these days, if you're single, and I'm totally experiencing it, it sucks really bad. When your core is feminine and you are with a man who's feminine, it's just, you're not going to get what you want. So, getting more, Amber, to answer your question in a roundabout way, getting more into your feminine energy means learning to manage and regulate your anxiety, because anxiety is masculine energy, and learning how to be more restful, calm, peaceful, and at ease, which is more feminine energy. So when you're working with me one-on-one over a span of time, I'm teaching you how to balance and regulate and manage that anxiety, right? To overcome that masculine overdrive. The overdrive is the unhealthy part, right? There's also feminine energy overdrive, right? You don't want to be too much of anything, but you got to know when to use which energy. So that means you have to be aware of your alignment. Hey, Sandra, I see you. I'll give me 1 second. Okay. So, so there you go. Okay. So I hope that helps. Dancing, doing artwork, meditation, singing, anything creative will help with your bring out feminine energy. Leaning into resting, sleeping, napping, feminine energy. All right. Sandra, I'm seeing a guy named Till. In terms of our hobbies, he's on a different skill level and is giving more than he receives from me. Do you see a future? Well, I mean, he'll keep this up until he feels he's being taken advantage of. So the question is like, why are you not meeting him where he's at? Do you not like him yet? Are you not attracted to him? So you need to kind of look into yourself and just say, like, what is it that do I want to spend more time with this guy? Because typically when we're interested in somebody, we want to give them either more, which is not healthy. So I'm glad you're not giving him more, or we meet them where they're at so that as a sign that we're interested, right? So it's feeling like you're, do you see a future? I mean, the way you're operating right now, no, because he's going to at some point feel like he's being taken advantage of. Okay. All right, you guys, it's 1:00 already. Man, today went fastity fast. I'm not going to take any more super chats. So if you super chat me, I'm going to take it as a donation. Thank you very much, but I will not be answering your question. But I just want to quickly just go through and see if I missed anything. Amber, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. All right, you guys, another great session. So if there's anything I want to leave you with is stop judging yourself and judging where you're at. Accept whatever season you're in right now. It's temporary. Energy doesn't stay stagnant. It does move. There's momentum. So neither one of us or neither all of us or all of us will not be, if we're in a shitty place, we will not be here forever. So that's the good news. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye.